Your brain isn't broken. It's just trying to protect you. Overthinking isn't a flu, it's a survival mechanism that doesn't know when to stop. Here is how to retrain it. Overthinking doesn't start because your life is falling apart. It starts quietly, usually at night, when everything finally slows down. The room is silent, the phone is face down, and suddenly your mind gets loud. One thought turns into 10. One memory becomes a full conversation you already had or one you'll never have. And the more you try to stop thinking, the worse it gets. Most people believe overthinking means something is wrong with them, that they're weak, anxious, or mentally undisciplined. But the truth is very different. Overthinking is not a flaw. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do: scan for danger, replay unresolved situations, and prepare you for future threats. The problem is not that your brain thinks too much. The problem is that it never learned when to stop. Overthinking usually appears when emotions are suppressed during the day. You stay busy. You act normal. You ignore discomfort. You tell yourself you'll deal with it later. But later always comes at night. When distractions disappear, the subconscious takes control. Thoughts you avoided demand attention. That's why the mind becomes restless when the body finally rests. Another reason overthinking becomes uncontrollable is uncertainty. The brain hates unfinished stories. When situations are unclear, relationships, career decisions, mistakes, the mind keeps looping because it wants closure. Every replay is an attempt to solve the problem, but thinking alone doesn't bring clarity. It only creates mental noise. Trying to force your mind to stop thinking doesn't work. Suppression increases resistance, and resistance fuels more thoughts. The brain interprets force as danger. The moment you say, "I must stop thinking," your mind reacts by thinking even more. The first real step to stopping overthinking is shifting your relationship with your thoughts. Thoughts are not commands. They are signals. When a thought repeats, it's not asking for analysis. It's asking for acknowledgement. The moment you observe a thought, instead of engaging with it, its intensity starts to fade. One powerful technique is labeling. Instead of following a thought, simply name it. Say, "This is worry," or "This is fear," or "This is memory replay." Labeling activates the rational part of the brain, pulling you out of emotional loops. You stop being inside the thought and start watching it. Another reason overthinking persists is mental exhaustion. A tired brain loses its ability to regulate thoughts. That's why sleep deprivation, stress, and constant stimulation make overthinking worse. Reducing mental input during the day: less scrolling, fewer decisions, more pauses creates space for calm at night. Writing is another underestimated tool. When thoughts stay trapped in the mind, they loop. When you write them down, the brain feels heard. You don't need solutions. You just need expression. The moment thoughts leave your head and enter paper, their power decreases. Overthinking also feeds on emotional avoidance. If you don't process emotions during the day, they demand processing at night. Short daily check-ins with yourself asking, what am I feeling right now? Reduce nighttime mental chaos. Stopping overthinking is not about controlling the mind. It's about calming the nervous system. Slow breathing, grounding, and routine tell the brain it's safe. When safety is restored, thoughts naturally slow down. The goal is not silence. The goal is balance. Thoughts will always come, but they don't need to control you. Once you stop fighting your mind and start understanding it, overthinking loses its grip. And when your brain feels heard, respected, and safe, peace follows naturally.